glad to get a win. But we played exactly how we practiced yesterday. I mean, identical. We were throwing the ball everywhere. We weren't matching up in transition. Our defense was lax for the first time, and it carried over, which is to me is the most disappointing thing for me. Is just how we got this team, and every team that I coach, you always get a feel for a team. There's some teams that can practice bad the day before, and you don't think much about it because they can turn it on. This team, we can't do that. We've got to be locked in. We don't have a lot of room for error. And tonight we were just really sloppy with the basketball early, and then we missed a lot of easy opportunities, and we let our offense affect our defense. When we started missing some shots, we were holding our head down a little bit, and it affected our defense. Some tough matchups. They went 4 guards, sometimes 5 out there, and we weren't matched up real well, but still there's no excuses. We should have done a better job defensively. You can't, as I told our team, you can't always control your offense as far as making and missing shots. You can control turnovers, but you can't always control making or missing, but you can't let that affect your defense, and I thought we did that.
Jeff Newberry mentioned that he thinks the one place where this team needs to get better is it needs to be tougher. Is that kind of where that is in terms of
a little bit tougher? Not tougher is a very big term. It can mean a lot of things. I think we're fairly tough. We're a fairly rough team, aggressive team, but we got to get tougher on a daily basis as far as practice is concerned. Mentally, grow up, be a little more mature every day. Things like that is probably where we could get some growth. Watching film and things like that. But I think on the court we play pretty aggressive. I do think that. I don't really have a problem with that necessarily. There's a few times we need to go get some rebounds and mix it up a little bit more. But talking about Newberry, he was one of the big reasons we were able to pull it out. He was tremendous. Not only you see a stat sheet, 19 points, 12 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 2 assists, no turnovers. But he also was the one guy that guarded somebody. We had to keep putting him on there. We had to keep switching him off on different guys because nobody else could guard anybody. And one guy would get hot for other teams, so we had to put Newberry. Then another guy would get hot, so we'd move Newberry on him. And we were wearing him down, Newberry down. But what you don't see on here is he had 13 deflections. We keep deflections. That's what you don't see, which is a very, very high number. So,
all right, then. These first 2 games, is there anything that they can point to as direct improvement in this year's team to last year's team?
We moving the ball a lot more this year. We got a lot more leadership this year. And I will say, I tell the team every day, one thing we are lacking from last year's team is I don't feel like we're as tough as we were last year at times, and we're going to have to get tougher in that aspect. But I think guys just coming in ready to learn and more eager, and we moving the ball and just having fun.
Jeff, you seem a lot more confident, aggressive this year than a year ago. Is that the way you feel?
Yeah, I feel like the JUCO Jeff again. I just feel like I'm going out there and I'm having fun. I'm not worrying about coming in that first year and making a mistake. I'm just going out there and having fun and playing ball and trying to do what my team need me to do.
Tonight that seemed to be a little bit of everything. You got some steals, some assists, some rebounds. Obviously you scored. Is that something you feel like you can give?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to make my identity this year. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna lay it out on the line every game. I want to guard the best player. I want to defend. If I need me to score, I want to score. I want to attack the basket. I want to block shots. I want to steal the ball. I want to try to do it all and fill up the stat sheet.
Jawun, is there kind of a direction to play faster in the second half? I think you kind of sped it up.
Yeah, it just told me just to be more aggressive, get inside the paint, look for the open players. So that's what I did second half.
Hey guys, has Coach made emphasis on rebounding? It seems like tonight you guys rebound the ball well.
That's the number one thing in practice, defense and rebounding. We always doing rebounding drills and stuff of that nature. And we rebounding a lot. We getting better each day. We still need to block out a lot. We missing a lot of blockouts, letting teams get a lot of offensive rebounds. But that's a big point of emphasis, rebounding, and that's what we trying to grow on every day.
Jawun, how you feeling now after some days in between the ankle sprain?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be back out there with my teammates. Just playing with them, playing with guys like this, just to help me every night, day and night. So just very, very glad.
Jawun, you look pretty confident. How comfortable do you feel in offense so far?
I feel great. Offense, is playing to my authority, pushing up and down the court, getting to open guys, getting inside the lane. So it's good.
Guys, who called the play to start the second half? Alley-oop.
Oh, that was Coach Ford. That's Coach Ford's play.
Jeff, what do you think was the key to you guys? They were hanging around and staying close for a lot of the game, and you kind of pulled away a little bit there in the second half.
Well, like Coach was saying earlier, I just felt like we were missing a lot of easy ones early, and going back on the defensive end, pouting and letting our offense affect our defense. So in the second half, we finished a lot better, but I think everybody just wanted to go on a run and stop sulking so much and just decided they wanted to defend and rebound and play tough and get the offense going. Our defense created our offense in the second half.
How hard was it to play with 4 fouls? Obviously, you got the fifth one.
Very hard, especially the way it is now. But I think it makes you play defense better. Like I said before, kind of did have my hands on him and it made me more weary. But it was really tough. It was a couple of shots I wanted to go try and get off the glass, but I was afraid I might go into his body and I get my fifth earlier than I did. So.
How difficult is this getting used to these new rules?
It's really difficult. I would say more so for a lot of people on our team because a lot play with their hands first and then we'll get them off. I move my feet for the most part, but sometimes if a guy's getting past me, I try to use my forearm. So it's hard to remember this year that you can't really do that. You have to move your feet and just adjust to it. So it's tough, but I think everybody's getting used to it.
It's the way you've been raised, right? I mean, forever you've been able to, and now all of a sudden you're supposed to not be able to do it.
Yeah.
What about for you, Jawun? What's the adjustment like?
It's a big adjustment because I usually play with my hands a little bit, so it's kind of hard as of right now. But coach is working with me on that in practice, so I'm just trying to play with my feet instead of my hands. So it's coming along.
On the flip side, you probably like it that the defender on you can.
I do.
What kind of advantage you think that'll give you? I mean, you're quick already, but if somebody can't put a hand on you,
we're gonna be in the bonus early. So but we're gonna get in foul trouble early. So got to be able to make free throws. So.
Does that make you want to play more aggressive on offense, Jeff? Because you had 11 free throws tonight, knowing that they're going to call contact a little bit more.
Oh, most definitely. Going to the rim. If you don't draw the contact. Most of the time, defenders, if you go in there hard, they're gonna try to come at you and draw the contact. So I know it's getting in there and try to get in the bonus early, especially with the way Tyree and him pushing the ball. He finally was pushing it the second half. He's just getting in and going, and nobody's stopping him from getting in the lane. So when you have multiple guys driving the ball like that, your point guards and getting it to you, you know that you're gonna draw some fouls going to the basket.
Jeff, you're pretty excited to get your first career double-double?
Yeah, I was excited. I was kind of upset the 2 games before. I was trying to get it so bad I missed it by a rebound or 2, but I had somebody reminding me before the game to let me know that I need to try to get a double-double. So it's just what I did. Went out and played hard and crashed the board.
Who was reminding you?
That guy right there.
Oh.
Like Under Armour jacket. They stay on me all the time and help me out.